Hello everyone. In the previous session, we have seen how to create a project. In this session, we are going to explore console.writeLine code. So, the first line is actually a comment which we will take a look at in depth later. I have just deleted that. Now, the only code which is left here is console.writeLine with hello world written inside it. So, without any further changes, let's save all and click on the green button to run the code. This will take some time and execute your code. So as you can see, whatever we have written here is getting printed. So just to verify, let's change the message. Hello people, and save and run. It now says hello people. Now close this and let's play with this console.writeLine. Now you might have already noticed that the basic behavior of console.writeLine is to print something on console. The other name of the console is command prompt. So you might have noticed that the command prompt opens with the message which we have written here. So let's try to print hello people with the double quotes. Let me run it again so that we see there is no double quotes. Close it. Now I want to print hello people with double quotes. So what if I try to put a double quotes at the start and at the end? Notice that there are red lines coming. These red lines means there is something wrong with the code and you will not be able to execute it. So in order to print the double quotes, you have to use a special character which is backslash. This is called as escape sequence, and same at the end you have to put a backslash. Now it's a double quote followed by a double quote that needs to be printed, which is backslash double quotes and hello people, and then backslash double quotes again to print double quotes and double quotes. Now let's run the code and see the output. Perfect. Notice you have the double quotes at the start and at the end. Okay, now what if I have to print a single quote? For single quote, you can just use a single quote and that should work. Let's run this. Notice you have a single quote at the end and at the start. But you can also use a backslash single quote in case you have a character that needs to be printed. We'll take a look at that later. But this would also give you the same output. A single quote, hello people. Now, if you notice, after printing the message, there is a space before this appears. That is because we are using console.writeLine. Now, if I remove the line word, notice there is no errors, no red lines. And if I run the project again, you notice that the space, the additional line is gone now. That's because, and you guessed it right, console.writeLine will print your message and put your cursor in the next line. That's why you had that additional line. And if you don't want that additional line, you can just convert console.writeLine to console.write. Okay, so that's about printing the message. Now back to the special character. Let's say I have to put a tab between hello and people. So I'll use backslash t. This will press a tab for me between hello, comma, tab, and then people. Let's run this. Notice you have hello and some additional space before people appears. That's because we have a tab here. There is one more escape character /n, which will put the people in the next line, even though I don't have write line written here. So let's run the code, and you have hello and people in the next line. So these are some of the special characters or escape sequence that you can use and play with to print the output in the format that you need. Now let me bring a code snippet that I have written to demonstrate how you can use things for formatting. So if you notice, we have console.writeLine generating invoices for this company, new line, and then invoice number, to tab, completed. Same here, and then new line, and then tab. Let's run this and take a look at the output. See, this is the output of the code above, generating the invoices, company, three dots, and the new line here, and the invoice with the number with the two tabs, completed. Same here, output directory. There is a tab at the end, but you cannot see that because it's a hidden character. Okay, so this was about formatting the data using console.writeLine. Now assume that you have to print a path. So for example, in our case, our project is in C drive, code, and training folder. Notice again, you have a red line. That means there is something wrong here. So if I want to print a backslash, then you got it right. You have to put additional backslash to make it understand that I'm trying to print a backslash. If you run the code, you will see the output. Now, path could be a long path, right? And I cannot go and press backslash everywhere. So there is a shortcut. So you can come at the top and press at the rate. At the rate makes the compiler understand that this is a path and it has backslash. So ignore them and consider them as a path, as a single string with a backslash in it. So I don't have to take an headache of going through the path and adding additional backslash. There you go, same output, but it saves some time of yours to put those additional backslashes.